As a former state prosecutor and Second Amendment attorney, I'm often asked this simple question of, if my firearm's looks or appearance are modified, can that be used against me, and is it legal? Well, for starters, we're only talking about aesthetic changes here. So we're not talking about trigger modifications or changing or modifying your own ammunition or whatever else, okay? We're only talking about the look, the appearance. Short answer is yes. Anything and everything will be used against you, as it says on the police officer Miranda cards, and if you think that does not apply to your firearm, let alone what you choose to put on it or to modify it, think again. Particularly if you wind up putting anything on there that, well, may not look so great, all right? So we're talking about things like Punisher, we're talking about things that maybe are swear words, things like that, because rest assured, that's going to be the first and last exhibit, and that's going to be the first and last piece of the argument against you that goes towards your state of mind at the time of the shoot. And that's really the important thing here, because that's how it's going to be used against you. You and your defense attorney are going to want to talk about your training, the fact that you try to de-escalate, the fact that you tried to run away, and the fact that really the last thing you absolutely wanted to do was to use your firearm in self-defense. And the prosecutor is going to do one thing. They're going to hold up that concealed carry weapon that you had, and they're going to point on the side to where it says the whatever offensive phrase or slogan that might be on there. Does that mean that something that's not offensive can also be used against you? Sure. Is it going to be nearly as damaging or odd or noteworthy? Of course. I'm not saying don't use this as a way of expressing yourself, but frankly, if you're looking for ways to express yourself, I would suggest that it not be your concealed carry firearm, because that's going to be a piece of evidence, if God forbid you ever have to use it, that will be used against you right back by the prosecution. Don't put anything on the firearm that you're going to have to explain to your criminal defense attorney about why you thought it was a good idea. Don't put anything on the firearm that your criminal defense attorney is going to look at you and shake their head and say, why? Don't do that. Don't put yourself in that position, because I assure you, the years in prison that you may have to serve as a result of that aren't going to be worth it. And look, I'm not saying that it's fair. I'm not saying that it's right, that it's a bad idea to put it on there. I'm just saying that this is a statement of reality. Don't put it on there.